Hello grade 3. Today we will take lesson 62. Last lesson we talk about associative probability in multiplication equation. Today we will take another probability, distributive probability. But before talking about distributive probability, we will solve an exercise on lesson 62. So he said that the school is getting a new footballs. Two trucks arrive at the school. Each truck carries 4 boxes. Trucks like a lorry or a big car. So I have 2 trucks. The first one and the second truck here. Okay, each truck has 4 boxes, so the first has 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second truck will have the same number of boxes. Now complete the exercise. He said that each box has 8 footballs. So at the first 8 football. So on the first truck we have 8 times 4 between brackets, but we have 2 trucks. Second truck has same number of football, so we have 2 trucks times 2. Now look at the equation. How many now footballs did the school get? Equation number 1, 2 times 4 between brackets times 8. Okay, this is the associative probability. We have same factor here, 8, 4, 2. Here we have 8 but in the third place, and 4 and 2. So we can say that equation number 1 is suitable to solve the exercise. Equation number 2, we have 2 plus 4. So 2 plus 4 is reduced. Equation number 3, 2 times 4 times 8. Same factor, but replace the factors or change the order, so we can use this equation. Now we can get the total of the football by 2 ways. So 2 times 4 times 8. 2 times 4 equals 8. 8 times 8 equals 64. On the second way, equation number 3, 2 times 4 times 8. Okay, 2 times 4 times 8 equals 32. We can say that 32 ماشي. Okay, distributive probability tell we that if we have a greater factor, large factor like number 8, if I have 6 times 8 and I can't get the product of 6 times 8, we can distribute 8 into 2 smaller numbers, and also we took a commutative probability that tell me we can replace or change the order of factor. We can say that 6 times 8 equals 8 times 6. Now we can draw a bar model to explain the meaning of distributive probability. We have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we can break up this bar model in any place. Say for example, after 3 here. Now we have two multiplication equation. The first is I have 3 sixes, 1, 2, 3. So 6 times 3. In the second side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixes. So 6 times 5. And we can get the result of 6 times 3 equals 18, and 6 times 5 equals 30. Then we get the sum of the two products. So 18 plus 30 equals 48. So the way to solve distributive probability is 6. If I have 6 times 8, we can say that 6 times 8 replaced by component of 8, 5, and 3. Then distribute 6 between 5 and 3. So 6 times 5 at first, then plus 6 times 3, and get the result of each bracket. 6 times 5 equals 30, and 6 times 3 equals 18, and get the result 30 plus 18 equals 48. Ones plus ones and tens plus tens. We can solve this distributive probability by many ways. We can distribute 8 into 4 plus 4, like 6 times 8 equals 6 times 4 plus 4. And table 4 is easier than table 8. Okay, we can distribute it without bar model. We can use groups. Like if I have 8 groups of 6, we can distribute 8 into 5 groups of 6 and 3 groups of 6. So we distribute 8 into 5 and 3. Can be distributed into 4 plus 4, 1 plus 7, 6 plus 2, and any number gets the sum of them 8. Okay, so when we have to use distributive probability, we use distributive probability when we say greater or large number, large factor in multiplication. So we divide the multiplication problem into two smaller problems to be easy to solve. Now go to book page 6. He asked me to solve 7 times 8 by 2 ways. Okay, he said 7 and 8 is distributed into 2 numbers. We can distribute 8 into 1 and 7, 2 and 6, 3 and 5, 4 and 4. So we can replace it by 6 plus 2. So 7 times 6 at first, and 7 times 2. Then we can get the result of 7 times 6 and 7 times 2. And we can draw bar model for this distributive probability. We have 8 sevens or 7 8. If we distribute 8, so we can draw 8 squares. Okay, we distribute 6 plus 8, so we can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 and break up here. Second way, by using bar model also. So we draw bar model with 8 squares. We can distribute by another way here. Now if we have 4 here, 4 sevens, here we have 4 sevens, so 4 plus 4. Now 7 times 4 and 7 times 4. Table 4 is easy to keep. 7 times 4 equals 28, and then 28. So 8 plus 8 equals 16, and regroup 1, 3 plus 2 equals 5. So 56 is the same product. Now we can get take another example. 6 times 13. Okay, 6 times 13 is a greater number, so we can distribute 13 into 2 factors by 2 ways, by many ways, not only 2 ways. So we can draw 13 bar model. Okay, 6 13 sixes. Now distribute in any place that make the problem easier. So we can say 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 6 times 5 plus 6 times 8. Now solve in your book. 5 and 8. 6 times 5 at first and 6 times 8. Now 6 times 5 equals 30, and 6 times 8 equals 48, as we said before. So 1s plus 1s and 10s plus 10s. Another way, we can distribute 1 2 3. So now we have 6 times 3 and 6 times 10. Now 6 times 3 and plus 10. At first 6 times 3, then 6 times 10. Now get the product of 6 times 3. 6 times 3 equals 18, and 6 times 10 equals 60. Then find the sum of these two products. 1s plus 1s and 10s plus 10s. Now we have the same product, but if we note that when we have 10s, the product is easier than 8 or 9 or any numbers else. So if we can distribute the second number or the greater number like 13 into 1s and 10s or multiples of 10, this is the easier way, and we prefer this way, the second way. Okay, now go to book page 8. But before solving challenge, we should remember the definition of distributive probability. When we have large factors or greater number, we divide the multiplication problem into two smaller numbers. Now, he said that Farouk had the following problem to solve. Use what you know about the properties of multiplication to find the missing number. Okay. The problem of Farouk is 3 times 5 equals 3 times what? 3 times 2 plus 3 times what? Okay, Farouk said the missing number is 5. Okay, ask yourself, can we put 5 in this space? Sure not, because he completes his speech because the associative probability tells me I can break the problem into smaller chunk. Okay, as we studied before, associative probability is multiplication 3 factors and change the order of 3 factors, not change the product. But here, this is not associative probability. Yes, this is distributive probability. Okay, so 5 is wrong. Complete our exercise. What mistake? He asked me what mistakes did Farouk make. Okay, the first mistake is number 5. 5 is wrong answer. The second mistake is associative. The word of associative isn't belonging to our exercise. Our exercise is about distributive probability. Okay, the second question, what would you tell him to help him correct his thinking and his work? إزاي يصلح غلطه? Okay, second question, we can say that use distributive probability. So the correct answer will be 2, not 5. So we can write here 2 because 3 not distributive, but 5 is distributed into 2 and 3. 5 equals 2 plus 3. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you, grade 3.